Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to yet another episode of Bowl or Brown Out Loud, a podcast where we bring to you the most fun real life Desi stories. I'm your host Sanya and I'm joined by my co host and sister Anam. Hi, Anam. Good morning, Anam.
Good morning, teacher. On the first and third Tuesday of every month, we've been bringing you stories rooted in our Brown experiences. Whether it's a wild adventure, a quirky character, or a kahani mein twist, we are sharing stories that are making you lol. So let's continue with the tradition and get this episode started.
Woohoo! Today's episode is a throwback episode. That's right. We are going back to school today. School time. Action ka school time.
Seriously,
Remember?
Sanya, this has become like a tradition where you just start singing. Yes, I do
To
remember that.
annoy you.
That overexcited, extra energy boy who was just jumping from one class to the other thanks to his shoes. Yeah, it's etched in my memory. Not relatable at all.
Why, Anam, you weren't an energetic kid in school?
No, I mean, there was so much around PT uniforms, yeah. That we had to wear that PT uniform was completely white, and it was such a stressful thing getting your shoes polished for the PT day, which was just a 30
Oh,
minute class.
man. Yeah, that canvas shoes that we had to polish and clean was the bane of our existence. Like, why were our shoes so white? And they had to be like so clean. And now I think like people should have been penalized for clean shoes because that meant you have not done any activity. That's why your shoes are pristine. But it was the other way around.
Sanya, you're speaking from experience.
Yes, I
Your
always
shoes
got
were.
full points because I never did any physical activity and my shoes were very clean. And I'm thinking of uniforms. Our physical education, which we used to call PT, back in the day it was called physical training because there was no education around that. PT uniform was the better uniform. Our regular uniform was the most hideous uniform. And I want to spend some time discussing the hideousness of the uniforms. It had the thinnest pleats, which I don't know what was the purpose of that. Like if you jump from a plane, it would become a parachute. And the length at which the skirt hit our legs, like in all the years of fashion, that length has never been in fashion because it was the most hideous, unattractive looking uniform. And let's not forget, we wore bloomers because
Yeah.
we were in the 18th century.
Yeah. Okay, I think we need another episode on bloomers. Let me not get started on bloomers. Like the imagery that comes to mind is like lot of repressed stuff. Like seriously, they were like Bermudas almost.
No, dude, they were bloomers. Bermudas were the fancy in thing, but we were bloomers. Like we were in, I don't know, Shakespearean time. We were in costume.
We used to have bloomer checking, and I remember you would be like, "It's Monday, it's bloomer checking. Let me prep you up for it." And you used to just pick up my skirt through your ruler to check if I was wearing a bloomer.
Everyone was wearing a bloomer.
Okay, two things. Firstly, about the uniform part, I think you need to give a little bit of grace. It was not the most hideous uniform because today we have the monochromatic fashion come in and we were blue from top to bottom 20 years back.
That was the least of my concern. The blue color, it was the fit. The fit was flattering no one. And I want to say that this fashion faux pas that we used to commit every day, everywhere in the world, if you see a convent school, they have a hideous uniform. All my convent school girlies, like, please write to us with your hideous uniforms because that's just a marker of a convent school. Like, dress them ugly.
Okay, and speaking of dressing them ugly, about bloomers and how in the PT uniform the shorts replaced the bloomers, and those shorts had these rusted hooks that literally were like because they were washed so often,
They had
like.
no stretch. The PT shorts had no stretch.
But the thing is, when you were running a race, it was up to you whether you want to get a medal winning the race or whether you wanted to get a medal of social embarrassment because your shorts had already reached the knee. So you had to stop. pull your shorts up and then
No,
run. This
Anna.
also happened to bloomers that
Maybe
were
you wore
used.
my shorts and went.
Maybe. And that's why I used to say that bloomers ki elastic kitni kharab hai. But it was, when you have more than one sibling, there's confusion back home. Amma, we are not judging your housekeeping skills. But yeah, there were times when we were not very avid in sports because we were taking care of our bloomers which were falling down.
This is a isolated to Anam. This is not a universal shared experience.
It
But
is.
talking about uniform, Anam, remember the uniform just got hideous as the grades grew.
So we had a formal uniform like on big events like office bearer ceremony and all, and we used to wear complete white sari and hold these school flags and just march in a sari.
It was giving Atma vibes. With the white sari, you just had to open your hair, which was not allowed. You were not allowed to do, and you could be a full-fledged Atma.
Speaking of Atma, Sanya, I think we should mention that there was a big graveyard in an integral part of our school. Like our classrooms used to look at a graveyard.
It was next to the junior school play area, but it was to reinforce that life is death and life and birth are all part of life.
Sailor, we play till you die. Literally.
Yikes, Anam. That was not what school was going for, but yeah. Oh, I have a cute chemistry story. In chemistry lab, everything was so strict in our school that any chance we got to, like, bend the rule, we would take that. So in chemistry lab, we had like a lab bench where you had like the chemicals. And when we were upset with school, we would drain the chemicals and fill it with water. And and that would also, everyone's done that. Girls who have done that will know. And when our teacher was showing us the experiments, sorry ma'am, she would be like, why is this not happening? Also, as a
Oh.
vengeance, when we would have fights with other girls, we would go mess with their lab equipment. That was a very science nerdy thing to do.
And a very stupid thing to do. I remember that if you broke a test tube, you had to immediately pay 2 rupees.
Yes.
Yeah, half of our earning went into that because, yeah, we burned the test tube or we got distracted and it went put. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
That's not a nerd thing.
Anam broke a lot of test tube back in her day. Let's just say that we did not have pocket money because all of our pocket money combined was going into Anam's test tube fund.
I think it was more than that. One person's education could have been funded if they didn't ask me to pay 2 rupees every minute of my time in the chemistry lab. So, one big piece of info that I have not shared that tinted my school experience was that my mom, yes, you heard it, Amma, the person we keep talking about, was my biology teacher.
Mic
There you.
drop.
So imagine learning sex education in front of 45 other girls, but instead, this reproductive system and all of the sex ed pieces are taught not by your teacher, but by your mom. It was embarrassing to the core, and like your mom drawing a diagram and explaining you that this is how the sperm enters was just traumatic. And my friends just added to it. They would be like, "Ma'am, Anam has not understood." And my mom, after multiple classes, used to reach a point where no one used to laugh at her jokes. So she'd be like, "Oh, nothing's funny. But guys, do you know what Anam did yesterday at home?" And she used to reveal all the embarrassing things that I did at home just to get some laughs. Yeah.
Just like you, Anam. Don't you do that with me? That's where you get it from.
But Amma taught me everything about biology, and that's why my bio knowledge is zero. So every time I go to the doctor, it's a biology lesson for me.
Abba dabba jabba.
Thanks to just completely being zoned out in classes.
You know what I did, Anam? I was talking to Amma and I was telling her that we are doing this school episode. So she got really excited and also nervous because she was like, "You all don't understand how hard it is to be a teacher." So I told her uh, to send her perspective, and that's what she did.
Of course, you went and asked Amma for her perspective, especially in this time when I'm talking about her being my sex ed teacher. Go ahead, Sanya.
Hello, Anam and Sanya. I want you all to know that most of these mistakes that we all were up to, we knew it as teachers. We used to laugh in the staff room about them. Yeah, in class we were strict because that was needed. What would we do? Let you all have a dance on our heads? And regarding uniform, my dear, uniform played an important role in your life while growing up. You had come there to study, not to do fashion. We saw some students pulling up their skirts high and down their knee length socks, but we ignored. Once again, the motive of a good school is to study and not to do fashion. And that is how we extracted the potential in our students.
Oh my God. Look at Amma defending the uniform and being like, we knew everything. I doubt they knew anything.
I mean, the fact that Amma linked the uniform to having potential and then being successful in life is like, okay. My mom was like, credit goes to us as teachers who knew everything, laughed in closed corridors, and then went out pretending as if nothing happened. And look where it's got you. It's got you to having a podcast where you are actually pleading people to subscribe and listen. Thanks, Amma. Your contributions matter.
If you like this podcast, please subscribe so we can do more seasons. You know, Anna, I'm thinking let's not do a kissa today because we have so many stories from school. Like, it's just hard to highlight one story. And are you okay with that?
Yeah, I want to do justice to all the stories, not
Okay.
one.
Okay. Yes, there are too many stories. We will have multiple episodes. You know what I did, Anam? I came up with a Never Have I Ever game for school edition. Okay.
Oh
Are you
my,
ready to play?
sure. Do I have an
Okay.
option? No. Go ahead.
All right. Never have I ever not done my homework.
False. I've always done my homework.
Yes. Yeah, right.
So,
Okay.
it's a stupid statement, Sanya. I've never done my homework. The fact that I crossed and graduated, it's a marvel.
It's a yeah, education marvel. Anam is a product
Yeah.
of education marvel.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, Anam, your turn.
Never have I ever cheated in an exam.
Never.
Sanya, you're
I
such
have
a
never cheated in an
loser.
exam. Yeah,
Okay.
exam is too high stakes. I've cheated on tests and pop quizzes and all, but not in an exam.
Sanya, did you help others with your answers because you know
Yes,
it
that I
all?
have done. That I have done. That I guess is cheating. I guess you are helping. I'm enabling cheating. That I've done.
So thanks to Sanya, a lot of people like me got graduated because thanks to a nerd like Sanya in the class. So thank you for your services, Sanya.
I was an
Please go ahead.
enabler in cheating. I would say that.
Oh
It
my
gave me
god.
cheap thrills. All right, continuing. Anam, never have I ever forgotten my school bag.
Very funny, Sanya. I know why you put this statement. Okay, I did forget my school bag, but I was in grade two and I just left it next to a tree while waiting for my bus. And the next day I said that, ma'am, I didn't do my homework because I forgot the school bag. And my teacher was like, are you kidding me?
She thought it was a new excuse. But
Yeah.
like imagine losing your school bag, which has all your belongings. You would be like so upset. But Anam was not upset. She was like, "Yay, no homework!" Like she didn't even want to find her school bag.
And usually people forget a book or a pencil, but I forgot the whole school bag. Speaking of which, this was when I was in grade 2 or 3. But when I was in grade 12, one of our close friend forgot a school bag at home. And she was bullied throughout the day and she was crying and howling, and our teacher was like, shame on you, all of you girls, she has not eaten anything because she didn't get her tiffin, and we had to like forcefully take out pieces from our tiffin, from our food, and give it to her. And
Poor girl.
it became such a big thing because she was like, paper nahi hai, and then we'd be like, paper lo, pencil nahi hai test dene ke liye. Anyway, we actually wrote an entire article in the school magazine about the day a person forgot the school bag, with no mention that I had lived experience much earlier. So yeah.
Hmm. Good one. That would be. Anam's done that before. She was like, been there, done that.
Yeah, so it's like going to work and forgetting your laptop. It's as simple as that. It's not a big deal. You can do that,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Moving on. Okay, my chance. Never have I ever ate others people's tiffin.
I have. I was a tiffin eater, like a serial tiffin eater. So I have eaten people's tiffins. What about you, Anam?
Never.
You've never eaten anyone's tiffin.
No, my tiffin was so delicious. Thanks, Amma, for giving us bread and jam all our lives. Discipline. But Sanya would be like, मैंने तुम्हें एग्जाम में पास करा है, आप अपना टिफिन लाओ. She would like this
That was my hafta.
mafia.
My hafta usulti thi with tiffin. No, that's
Yes.
not true. But yeah, that
A
would have
lot
been fun. I could have monetized it.
a lot of kids went home hungry thanks to Sanya. So sorry guys. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Never have I ever skipped school
Like school? Yeah, I have.
with a fake bahana.
Duh, yeah.
You
What's
know, Anna,
like,
what?
why it's so shocking to you? Of course, I have bunked classes, I've skipped a whole school day. That's why I'm an education marvel. Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a story to share. Once Anam skipped school, and we came back from school, and she obviously had no sense of time. I don't even know if she knew how to see the clock, and she was old enough. And she was jumping on the bed. She had a bowl of Maggie on the side that she had been enjoying, and she had her CD, a Walkman CD man, whatever it was called, like her CD player with her, and she was jumping on the bed and singing to "Welcome Y2K," like she was having a rager party, like a solo rager party.
I was a big fan of Rajeshwari wherever she is. I got all your cassettes. And then I knew like I was going to not pretend the whole day to be sick or whatever. So I was just living it up. Right. And so, yeah, there's no shame in bunking or skipping a class. Speaking of skipping school, Sanya, I have my next statement. Are you ready?
Okay.
Never have I ever missed an important family trip or occasion to get full attendance certificate. Now tell me about your skipping the class piece.
That's true. I have 1 year. I was like, I'm going to get full attendance no matter what, and I missed my mamu's wedding because it was out of station.
You missed an international trip and you came all alone after a week because it would hamper your full attendance track record. And at that time,
True.
my mom listened to
Yes.
you.
Yeah, and I traveled all alone internationally as a 12-year-old or
Sangaheen.
11-year-old. Yes, I was Sangaheen. I went unaccompanied on an international trip by myself. True.
I was in the same school and I was asked to miss 7 days, but no one asked Sanya. That's how big a geek she was. If you know anyone in your family or your friend circle who has a full attendance certificate, something that the entire universe wants to get, please send us a screenshot because Sanya has a stack of them. How did that help
Not
you,
a stack of
Sanya?
them, just once. Because all my friends had gotten full attendance once in their life, so I
What
wanted to do that.
what did you do with that certificate? Do you bring that to your interview process? Like, how did it help you in your life? Please tell me.
Yeah, it shows that I show up no matter what. That's what employers want.
Yeah, you show up, and then that's why you're not in any of the family wedding albums because you were showing up somewhere else. But
In
yeah.
school, like I should have been. Anyway, moving on. Anam, never have I ever gotten into trouble because of my friends.
Hmm. I have. I always gotten into trouble because of my friends
Because
because,
of the
yeah,
company you kept?
because of the cool friends that I had that wanted to explore stuff outside the curriculum, unlike you.
So
So
you
yeah,
have. Okay.
Yes, but I can't reveal it because still we are in the legal process of fighting.
Wow. I thought Anna was going to say because I'm not a snitch, but that's not the reason, guys. The reason is legal. Legal proceedings are ongoing.
Never have I ever got my friends into trouble.
I
Sanya,
have. I have gotten my
look
friends
at
into
the
trouble.
pride. Look at the
No,
pride
and
in
my
your
friends
voice.
give me
I
a lot
have.
of shit about it still. Because once I told them that I was a club president, and I told them, you guys come to my club and, you will be in my club. And these three friends of mine or two friends of mine, they were like, okay, okay. But then my club's registration closed. And then I didn't tell them because I was so embarrassed about it. And they were left outside, and the headmistress caught them, and she thought they were bunking, so they were sent to detention, and for like 2 months they sat in the headmistress's office.
Oh my God, Sanya, this was a long incident, but I want to tell you just more details. Sanya mentions about being a president of a club. She was the president of the cookery club. And
Hell yeah, best club ever.
yeah, and she didn't know how to even light a matchstick. Technically, the cookery club, after everyone had cooked, used to get all the food samples. That's why Sanya was there. She never cooked
And I would
anything.
organize the tastiest competitions.
And we used to be like, Sanya, tum cookery club mein ho? Because Seher was also the president of cookery club and she used to get a lot of food back home. We'd be like, Sanya, kahan gaya khana? And she'd be like, wo to main kha gayi. So yeah, she entered a club, became a president, and then bullied people to leave the food that they had decorated to get marks for and ate it up herself. Didn't let her friends enter that club. So yeah, the entire I think that club got demolished literally after you left.
I was like living and breathing cookery club.
You started eating club instead of cookery club.
Very funny, Anam. All right, Anam, I have a fun one. Never have I ever forgotten to do summer holiday homework and made my sisters do it on the night before school reopens. What do you have to say, Anam?
This is specifically for one subject, which is arts, where we had to make a frog on a leaf, then frog on a mushroom, and frog on a camel. I don't know what the frog was doing on a camel, but I was like, guys, I have to submit it tomorrow.
Anam had 20 assignments for the holiday, like it was holiday homework. So the art teacher had given her 20 assignments to work on, like through the holidays. And at 10 p.m., on the day before school reopens, Anam remembered that she had forgotten to do her art homework. So Seher and I sat up and did her homework, and we were so frustrated because she was like, it was a study of a frog. That was the assignment. So it was like frog on a rock, frog in a pond, frog, and we were like, man, we can't do this.
Sanya, don't make it such a big deal because
It was a big deal.
after
Okay.
I submitted it, that teacher said, untidy work, see me. Like the frog eventually
Yeah.
started looking like a lizard.
Yeah,
Just saying.
because we had to do 20 drawings. And Amma was like, Are help karo bichari ko, bichari ladki. hai." And she's like, Anam is crying. And we are like, What the hell? What were you doing for 60 days? We had 60 days of vacation, and Anam remembered at the nth hour to do this frog assignment.
I was the frog on the pond of regret.
Very funny.
Okay, please end this game. Wait. I have another one. Okay, last one. After this, we'll end. Never have I ever been so excited about exams or homework that I completed it in the first 2 days of summer holidays.
Very funny, Anna. I'm not going to answer this.
Sania's class 10th exams, by the time they came, she had done 4 revisions of the entire course. Yeah. And her
Everyone had,
chair,
okay?
chair was just waiting for her to get up. Sania never got up from the chair, so it tore, and it became like a toilet bowl. That was the one evidence we had that Sania has not gotten up from her chair in 365 days.
I was a dedicated student.
Yeah, okay, anyway. Sania,
Yeah, this was fun, Anam.
yeah, fun for you, but I'm glad it's brought the real past self of yours out in the open. Welcome, everybody, and thanks to everyone's feedback due to popular demand, we have got Nina Gupta back. Just a second.
Woohoo!
आज हम लोग खेल रहे हैं कमजोर कड़ी कौन हु इज द वीकेस्ट लिंक एंड आज का सवाल है सानिया क्या आप तैयार हैं
यप, नीना जी मैं तैयार हूँ.
ठीक है और कोई वैसे ऑप्शन नहीं है आपके पास बट विच स्कूल नाइटमेयर डिड यू बेयरली सर्वाइव ऑप्शन नंबर 1 द सरप्राइज टेस्ट when the teacher says all right surprise test instant regret instant stress and instant hell chalk attack when that flying chalk piece from the teacher finds your midday dream the group project curse you did all the work but everyone got the grade and number 4 punishment pro max getting caught talking and being sent to stand outside तो बताइए सानिया इतने कंफ्यूजिंग ऑप्शंस में कौन सा आपका एक जवाब है जल्दी बताइए सांस मत
Hmm.
लीजिए
I think the school nightmare that most people survived was I'm thinking about surprise test or punishment.
ज्यादा
Uh,
अपने सोच विचार के बारे में मत बात करिए सीधे जवाब दीजिए आई
uh,
थिंक मत करिए
okay, I think it's punishment pro max. Getting caught talking and being sent to stand outside, which happened to a lot of people in our school.
जब आप a lot of people कहती हैं तो क्या आप भी उसमें थी
मैं भी उनमें से
हाँ
थी, नीना
किस
जी.
किस चीज की आपको पनिशमेंट मिलती थी गलत जवाब देने की या देर से आंसर करने की बताइए
साइड
सच बताइए
कॉन्वर्सेशंस करने की.
जो आप यहाँ बहुत और सारे दर्शकों के साथ कर रही हैं ठीक है
Hello, friends.
मत अपने ही शो बना लेती हैं दूसरों के शो पे आके कोई भी हल्की सी भी इनको तौफीक नहीं है चलिए कंप्यूटर जी बताइए कि ये क्या हर बार की तरह कमजोर कड़ी हैं और हम इनको हमेशा के लिए डिस्क्वालीफाई कर सकते हैं या अभी भी इनमें कुछ बचा है तो मैं अफसोस से कहना चाहूंगी कि आपका जवाब सही है
Yay! Seriously?
पनिशमेंट प्रो मैक्स को 56.5% वोट मिले सब लोग आपकी तरह क्लास के बाहर ही खड़े रहते थे कुछ सीखते नहीं थे और तभी आप जैसे कैरेक्टरलेस लोग पैदा हुए हैं
Hell, but yeah, I
बट मैं
won
ये
2
बताऊंगी
out of
कि
6. Wait, Anam, I won 2 out of 6. Excuse me, I won. You and I are tied now, so I know how it feels like to be you.
ज्यादा अंग्रेजी ना झाड़िए और गणित ना झाड़िए मैं आगे बोलना चाह रही थी कि सरप्राइज टेस्ट एंड द ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट कर्स were tied. They all got 41.3% vote.
Ooh, close.
और अफसोस की बात है कि चौक अटैक सिर्फ 15.2% को हुआ है
जो
अगर
तुम्हें
हमारे
हुआ
पास
था.
ज्यादा चौक अटैक होता तो सानिया जैसे लोग आई डोंट नो थिंकिंग अबाउट इट हाय गाइस टाइप ऑफ लड़कियां ना पैदा होती तो ये मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी है टू ब्रिंग चौक अटैक बैक 15% बच्चे को सिर्फ मार पड़ी है चौक से
Anam was a victim of chalk attack.
आप जिससे भी बात करना चाह रही हैं वो यहाँ नहीं है मेरा नाम नीना गुप्ता है अपने हमेशा ये दर्शक आते हैं टीवी पे और पूरे खानदान का नाम ले लेते हैं ताकि उनको भी लाइमलाइट मिले वही थोड़ी सी चौकटाहट मिलती है आपको तो आज आप ये सब बेखुफिया ना करती एनीवे पहली बार आप कमजोर कड़ी में जीती हैं आपको मिला है 2
मैं
और
पिछली
राउंड
बार भी जीती थी नीना जी. आप ब्रेक पे थी. आपकी आपकी तबीयत खराब थी.
हाई बीपी पे हंसना आप ही से एक्सपेक्टेड था
नीना जी आपकी एम्बुलेंस आ गई है.
Very funny. Okay, Sanya, Anam Zaidi is back because नसें फट रही थी. My vagus nerve was just bursting. Congratulations on winning, Sanya. This was just a fluke.
Okay, like you won with a lot of educated guesses.
Okay, everyone,
Anam, I
Sanya
know
is
how it
only
feels
one.
like to be you. You and I both won only 2 out of 6 polls. What does it say about society?
Very funny, Sanya. घंटी बजी और हो गई छुट्टी. That's a wrap on another episode of Bowl. Thank you for hanging out with us and being a part of our storytelling journey. We hope you had fun today. If you like what we do, come hang out with us on Instagram at brown.out.loud. Also, please leave us comments on YouTube and Spotify. We'd love to hear from you. And like, share, and subscribe. And please help a behan out. You can catch us on Apple, Spotify, Audible, YouTube, and GeoSavan. Just look for Brown Out Loud. Until next time, it's us, Anam and Sanya, signing off and keeping the stories alive. Adab! Sanya, chalk maru.
Adab. Bye.